Jurassic World Chaos Theory's final season has arrived on Netflix, the animated journey of the Nublar 6 now coming to a close. Season 4 marks the end of the show, and as you'd expect, this new season is filled with Easter eggs, nods, and references to all things Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. There is so much to get into here, and of course, as always, there's a chance that we might have missed some. If you spotted an Easter egg that we did not mention, make sure to leave it down below in the comments.
Well, I'm out.
Let's get into it and check out the Easter eggs of Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 4. In the very first episode, Arrival, we see pteranodons flying through the clouds in a way that reminds us of the final scene in Jurassic Park, which later inspired this shot in the final scene of Jurassic Park 3. Of course, the ex-campers here are flying on the Biosyn chopper, which belongs to Soyona Santos, first seen in Jurassic World Dominion. It is here on this helicopter that audiences finally get to see Brooklyn and some of the group catch up, something they've not been able to do for quite some time.
Now entering Biosyn airspace.
The voice that they are now hearing is the same voice that we heard in Dominion when Grant, Sattler, and Ramsey arrive at Biosyn Valley. This shot is also a one-for-one with that shot from the movie. Darius is looking out of the helicopter window here, which is reminding us of Dr. Grant arriving on Isla Sorna in Jurassic Park 3 and staring out of the window at the dinosaurs below. Here we see a pack of compies running through the Brachiosaur's stomping feet. Those who have played the Lost World PlayStation game will be familiar. Brooklyn throws back to a nickname she coined all the way back in the first season of Camp Cretaceous.
After everything we've been through, you still really love dinosaurs. You're an Enigma dino nerd, but a good one.
In Jurassic World Dominion, the prehistoric flying reptile Quetzalcoatlus attacks Kilowat's plane on their approach.
Quetzalcoatlus. Late Cretaceous should have stayed there.
Here, the same thing comes for the Biosyn chopper. Parked outside of these gates to the Biosyn Valley are two Biosyn vehicles first seen in Dominion. Brooklyn here demonstrates her newly obtained skills by pretending to be Soyona Santos on a call with Biosyn. This also shows the reputation that Soyona had with the staff at Biosyn.
You call this a welcome? There's a giant!
Quetzalcoatlus.
This right here is yet another replica shot from Dominion. It's the return of Lewis Dodgson. This character goes all the way back to the first Jurassic Park.
Welcome to Biosyn Valley.
Dodgson here gives his own spin on John Hammond's infamous line from the very first movie.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Dodgson also says,
We finally got the T-Rex here.
He is referencing the Isla Nublar T-Rex, Rexy if you really want to call it that, who arrives at Biosyn in Dominion. When Dodgson is interrogating Kenji and Sammy, he says,
Did Ramsey invite you to this?
Referencing the character of Ramsey Cole from Jurassic World Dominion.
Because I have a business proposition for you.
Kenji gives his best Paul Kirby.
I have a proposition I'd like to discuss with you.
As the helicopter makes its approach inside the water fountain here, it reminds us a little bit of the shot in the finale of Jurassic World Dominion.
But I can...
Sydney?
Ernest is back.
Whoa.
You will remember this character from the Dinosaur Liberation Now group in seasons 2 and 3.
Come on, I know you still strive.
To keep dinos alive.
Is a protest line from his organization. When trying to persuade Dodgson to let them take Bumpy, Kenji says,
What's the going rate for a dinosaur these days, huh?
And then throws out numbers like 5 million and 8 million, which is a fun connection to Fallen Kingdom.
I have $4 million. Anyone five? $5 million.
Kenji here is channeling his inner Dr. Malcolm.
I'm sure Biosyn's already bribing everyone to keep their mouths shut as they do.
Made me look like a nut. Hasn't been so good for my livelihood. And
You
when
made
spin,
a generous compensatory offer for your injuries.
that was a payoff and an insult. And when you spin reality,
Lewis Dodgson and his company Biosyn are paying people off in exchange for their silence. This is all very reminiscent of InGen in the 1990s. The Giganotosaurus returns to the franchise, making its first animated appearance, and here we have the Giga and the T-Rex facing off before their face-off in Dominion. We see these two creatures battle it out similar to the fight in Jurassic 3. In the second episode, The Maze, this shot of the Giga behind foliage is reminding us of this shot from Jurassic World of the Indominus Rex. The Dilophosaurus makes another return to the franchise, and I don't know if it's just me, but in this scene they're making the same exact sounds that the young Dilophosaurus makes when sizing up Dennis Nedry in the first movie.
I think we just missed Malcolm's keynote.
Ian Malcolm's here?
I wonder if it was this very lecture.
We not only lack dominion over nature, we're subordinate to it.
And of course, Darius recognizes the name. Kenji studies the Hyperloop train at Biosyn, giving us more insight into the layout. Dodgson says,
I make a deal with Gutierrez Ranch.
This of course is a nod to Sammy's family's farm, something we first learned about in Camp Cretaceous. Dodgson says to Kenji,
have a safe trip to your asset.
Reminding us of how Claire referred to the dinosaurs in Jurassic World. Major story implications here, we learned that Biosyn are behind the Atrociraptors and that they're continuing to breed new ones. While on the train, Kenji and Sammy discuss Sammy's family's farm.
I told them not to. That Biosyn's shady. But after everything fell through with Masrani and Manticore...
It is in this episode that we get a closer look at Biosyn training the Atrociraptors. A compete becomes a target and they've got the dinosaurs in an electrified maze. We also learned that the Atrociraptor project has a lot to do with Dr. Henry Wu.
Dr. Wu will be very interested in these results.
Wu is behind all of this?
Yaz makes a reference to some of Dr. Wu's hybrid creations.
Of course the guy who made the Indominus and the Scorpius Rex would do this.
And here the Atrociraptor barks for help. Very much like the raptors do in JP3. As a great piece of raptor action, this scene shows us the Atrocies outsmarting this test, setting the target on the humans.
Life breaks free, it expands to new territories, and it crashes through barriers painfully, maybe even dangerously, but, well, there it is.
In the third episode, Familiar Faces, we are treated with yet another Dilophosaurus scene. These creatures have been a fan favorite ever since that very first movie, and now they are a main feature in the animated show. We even see it spit some of its venom. The Dilos surround Kenji and Sammy, much like the raptors do to Grant in JP3. This episode treats us to Dr. Wu in his weird Dominion attire. Long-haired Wu has been working for Dodgson since the fall of Jurassic World and the subsequent disaster at Lockwood Manor.
You know what's upsetting? This!
Here we have Smoothie in a backpack, making a reference to Dolores in Isabella's backpack in Jurassic World Rebirth. We learn the name of Biosyn's Atrociraptor program here.
Project Theropod Access began as search and rescue training, but I should have known Dodgson would twist it into something perverse.
We also get more expansion into Dr. Wu's character here as he begins to accept and have the realization that all of this is his fault. He also references the Locust subplot in Dominion.
There's another more pressing matter I have to take care of. Not to sound hyperbolic, but the future of humanity depends on it.
Here we have Darius behind the wheel again, similar to how we first saw him in Season 1, Episode 1. In Episode 4, we see Compies chasing a butterfly and we get a better look at the research outpost tower that is located at Biosyn Valley.
Hey, are the people in that plane gonna be okay?
We also see Kayla Watts' plane from Dominion.
Kayla Watts! You're welcome.
Bumpy's baby Smoothie seems to alert that a larger predator is nearby, something Dolores did in Jurassic World Rebirth. Here we have the Giga attacking both the vehicle and the research outpost, which it does again later in Dominion. Here in the data files we see some security camera captures showing the Monolophosaurus along with baby raptors, Dimorphodons, Atrociraptors. We also see quite distressing imagery of dinosaurs being forced into fighting. The fifth episode, Give and Take, shows us a car stuck in a tree, just like Tim in the Explorer in Jurassic Park. Sammy even turns the wheel, adjusting the vehicle's balance, just like Grant does when rescuing Tim. The car alarm alerts the dinosaurs and causes them to stampede. The stegosaurs swing their tails and Darius avoids it like Sarah Harding in The Lost World. In the 6th episode, Fire, we see many recognizable dinosaurs, including this little guy. The dinosaurs are running from a fire, the very one caused by Dodgson in Dominion.
Go ahead.
That fire arrives in the valley and we see fireball locusts in the sky, some slamming down around them. We then see one of Jurassic World Dominion's prime dinos, the Therizinosaurus, making its animated debut here in Chaos Theory Season 4. While attacking the group, it charges at this door just like the Spinosaurus does in Jurassic Park 3, the group saving themselves just in time. And finally, Bumpy is reunited with her baby Smoothie. Smoothie was a mere egg the last time Bumpy saw her, making this a long-awaited return. In the 7th episode, How Strong We Are, the Beckel Spinax makes a cameo appearance. We also see a blue Baryonyx, a baby Brachiosaurus, and more dinosaurs that fans of the show will be familiar with. The dinosaurs stampeding through the burning forest here is of course taking place during the Dominion Locust Fireball Fire, but it also reminds us of the stampede in Fallen Kingdom. And Smoothie is riding his mother's back like Ben does. The Dilophosaurus pack followed Kenji into the Hyperloop tunnel, meaning that these very Dilos could be the ones that inevitably kill Dodgson.
What's your story?
They even approach the train in the same creepy way. And this power outage is actually the power being shut down by Claire and Ellie in Dominion.
You won.
No.
In the 8th episode, Lights Out, not only is Smoothie reunited with his mum Bumpy, he also gets to meet his dad. We see Dodgson boarding the Hyperloop train, further aligning the timeline of the show with that of Jurassic World Dominion.
Do they have any ruby ropes? I thought you liked Twizzlers now.
Twizzlers were first referenced in Season 1 on the road trip. While at the Biosyn courtyard, the group run into the scene from Dominion, the Rex versus the Therizinosaurus versus the Giganotosaurus, which means that the characters that we saw in Dominion here in this courtyard can't be far. In fact, what it looks like is that the characters from Dominion survived by taking the same helicopter that our group arrived into the valley on. Interestingly, this episode had no concept art or music in the end credits. And in the final episode, Farewell, we see a dead Giganotosaurus lying on the floor, which is a reference to the end of the battle in Dominion. Brooklyn running through the nighttime rainy jungle reminds us of Ian Malcolm running back to the trailers in The Lost World. And Kenji gives his best Dr. Arnold impression.
Hold on to your butts!
Here we get to see a wide shot from high up at Biosyn Valley, really showing off the scale of this fire. This one might be a stretch, but the windscreen wipers in the rain, this is quite a stretch, are giving off Eddie Carr vibes. And hanging out of the back of this vehicle while raptors chase and jump at them is giving off Zack and Gray in Jurassic World vibes. When the vehicle gets stuck in the mud with its spinning wheel here, it's all reminding us of Dennis Nedry's stuck Jeep in Jurassic Park. And not only that, we get ripples in the water as a result of a larger dinosaur stomping through the jungle. As is tradition, the T-Rex saves the day. The raptors recreate the finale of Jurassic Park by attacking and jumping onto the T-Rex. This isn't the first time we've seen this battle recreated in the animated shows. Two T-Rexes charge and we hear the Jurassic Park theme triumphantly. The Nublar Rex and the Buck and Doe from Sauna charge together here. The T-Rex looks through the window of the car, much like the T-Rex does to Eddie in The Lost World. Here we see the dinosaur footprint in the road that has been covered up. This is the dino print that we first saw in season 1 where Darius was driving. This whole sequence, in fact, is a throwback to that very scene. At the end of Camp Cretaceous, we time jumped a fair few months into the future, showing us the Nublar 6 a while after their adventure. The same happens at the end of Chaos Theory, giving us insight into the characters' lives past the Biosyn incident. We skip forward in time, clothing and hair has changed, and we learned that Dr. Wu, of all people, is working with the Nublar 6.
Who knew there were so many farmers around the country that were affected by giant, creepy locusts determined to destroy the planet?
Yasmina gives a nod to Dominion's subplot here. And of course, we are back in Darius's cabin, first seen in season 1 of the show. Smoothie now lives at the Biosyn Valley with both of her parents, hopefully bringing some level of comfort to globe-trotting Bumpy. Brooklyn even mentions a rebuild of the Biosyn Valley, giving the audience some idea of what might be happening to the valley and the dinosaurs within it post the Dominion disaster.
Oh, get this. They want to come back to Biosyn Valley with me. Help us with the rebuild. Well, that's what they said.
Ben's Italian girlfriend Gia rocks up at the cabin, bringing a newly recovered Ben. And it is here that we get a nod, a reference to Jurassic World Rebirth.
These are all his medications. And please, remind him to visit that new heart specialist.
A heart specialist? What for?
It really makes you wonder what the writers have planned for the future. And that is just about all of the eggs, nods, and references that we found in Jurassic World Chaos Theory's final season. Apologies for my voice throughout this video. I am a little bit sick, so thank you for putting up with my voice. Did we miss any eggs? Be sure to let us know down below in the comments. Watch our review of the show if you haven't already. And of course, check out Caleb's interview with Scott Kramer. Hit the channel for more Chaos Theory and Jurassic World videos. Did you enjoy the finale of Chaos Theory, and would you like to see the animated world continue?